is their Fed Master account. So I think between Evernorth and the Fed Master account, those are the two things that I would be interested to see as announcements from Ripple this week here at XRP Vegas. John Deaton spoke at 68J's event. Love hearing him. Josh Nelson was up there on stage. Love seeing him. Many of the other influencers that you guys watch on a regular basis, I'm sure, outside of me, were there at the event. So again, shout out to 68J for having me. I'm hosting that event. A lot smaller barrier to entry and cost for people that are participating there at that event this week versus going to XRP Vegas. Nothing wrong with XRP Vegas. Awesome event. You know, Brad and DAI always put on a great show. Have a lot of great vendors there. But you know, I'm excited that 68J put this on for people that maybe don't have the full amount of cash that you need to pay for a ticket to go to the larger event. And he brought a lot of value. There was a lot of really good people in the room talking about a lot of cool things. He had Flair there. I got to listen to Hugo talk about all the things that they're going to be rolling out with the vaults and other infrastructure that they're creating. Got to catch up with Eddie and the team. So a lot of good people there at that event. And again, if you haven't watched that live, if you're watching this one and you want to catch that one, I think that's a good way to go about it. So again, a lot of people, I see y'all in the chat putting oil out. Oil is moving significantly higher, like 15% today on Brent crude, on Brent and crude here domestically in the U.S. Crude's back at 109, Brent's all the way at almost $120 per barrel, and we've seen priced in yen, we're back over 17,000 yen per barrel. The Bank of Japan is going to have to move here. They held rates just earlier this week, and so did the Fed. If the Fed had lowered interest rates here, it would have given them the ability to kick the can a little bit because their currency would have appreciated against the dollar. But again, the Fed's between a rock and a hard place. If they lower interest rates, we're going to see higher inflation. If they raise interest rates, then they're probably going to have more problems with the credit, private credit funds. So they just held, this is Powell's last meeting today. They're going to, bring in the next Fed chair, whether that's Warsh or Miss Judy Sheldon. We'll see who it ends up being. But very exciting times. Looks like everything, like I said, that I've been talking about is finally playing out here. And like I said, once we have the OCC's green light on stablecoins for the banks and institutions, I would expect that they will start issuing those in droves, and that will then allow the reverse carry trade to unwind because there will be enough demand domestically for those treasuries out of, as people rotate out of those in the foreign markets and those flow back here, we have to have